Hi, I'm Alina. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna talk about Robert the doll, who is considered perhaps the most haunted doll in the world. It all started in the early 1900s within the walls of a grand estate on 534 Eden Street, a tale that would echo through the ages about a doll named Robert. Young Robert Eugene Otto received a gift from a servant, a peculiar life-size doll. Crafted by hand, Robert the doll, who Gene decided to name after himself, quickly became his close companion. The artist's house, as the home came to be known, bore witness to the blossoming friendship between Jean and Robert. Its halls echoed with the laughter of youth and the patter of tiny feet as Jean carried his prized possession from room to room. But beneath Robert's charming facade lurked the darkness that would soon reveal itself in chilling ways. It began innocently enough with a mere flicker in the dead of night when Jean woke up to find Robert sitting at the foot of his bed. The doll's glass eyes seemed to glimmer with a sinister intent, fixed on Jean as if peering into the depth of his soul. A wave of terror washed over Jean as he cried out for his mother. His screams pierced the silence, mingling with the sound of furniture crashing against the floor in a chaotic symphony of fear. Each cry served as a desperate attempt to break free from the grip of an unseen malevolence. When his mother burst into the room, the scene that greeted her chilled her to the core. Jean lay huddled on his bed, eyes wide with terror. His sanctuary turned into a battleground of overturned belongings and shattered tranquility. And there, at the center of the chaos, sat Robert the doll. Robert did it, Jean managed to gasp between sobs, a refrain that would become all too familiar in the years that followed, a harbinger of inexplicable occurrences and unexplained phenomena that plagued the artist's house. Whispers of strange occurrences spread like wildfire among the household staff and visitors alike. The inexplicable movement of objects, disembodied laughter echoing through empty corridors, and the unshakable feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. The tale of Robert the doll had just begun, its dark chapters waiting to unfold in a symphony of terror and mystery that would haunt all those who dared to delve into its secrets. As dusk settled over the quiet streets, whispers of a sinister presence stirred within the walls of Jean's childhood home. Robert the doll, once a simple plaything, had become a harbinger of fear and inexplicable events. Jean's parents, disturbed by the unfolding events, soon realized that Robert held a power beyond comprehension. They would hear their son conversing with the doll, but the voice that responded was not Jean's. It was an eerie, unfamiliar tone that sent chills down their spines. Witnesses spoke of seeing Robert's expression change, his painted features contouring into unsettling grimaces. The doll's antics didn't stop there. Giggles echoed through the house, footsteps pattered across the floorboards, and sightings of Robert darting up the stairs or peering out of the upstairs window became disturbingly common. Even after Jean's parents passed away, Robert remained a permanent resident in the house. When Jean returned with his wife, Anne, the unease surrounding the doll only grew. Anne, sensing an ominous presence, urged Jean to confine Robert to the attic, away from the rest of the house. Reluctantly, Jean complied, but Robert's discontent manifested in eerie ways. Visitors reported hearing footsteps pacing in the attic, accompanied by malevolent laughter that seemed to echo through the walls. Neighborhood children walking past the house swore they saw Robert's eyes follow them, and some even claimed the doll mocked them with twisted gestures. Jean, initially dismissing these accounts as childish fantasies, was shaken when he discovered Robert seated by the window in the upstairs bedroom, the same window overlooking the street where children had seen him. Each time Jean locked Robert away in the attic, he would inevitably find the doll back in the same spot, defying all reason and logic. The mystery of Robert the Doll deepened, a sinister presence that defied confinement and reason, leaving a trail of fear and disbelief in its wake. What dark force animated this innocuous toy? And what horrors awaited those who dared to cross its path? The answers lay shrouded in the shadow of the eerie house waiting to be unveiled. Robert the Doll's legacy refused to fade even after Jean's passing in 1974. As fate would have it, a new family moved into the infamous house on Eden Street, unaware of the sinister history that lurked within its walls. Their 10-year-old daughter, brimming with curiosity, stumbled upon Robert the Doll in a dusty attic. At first, her eyes sparkled with excitement at the discovery of such an intriguing toy. Little did she know, her joy would soon turn into fear. Night after night, the house echoed with her screams, piercing the silence as if calling out to the darkness that surrounded her. She spoke of Robert as if he was alive, his presence haunting her every moment. Whispers in the night seemed to emanate from the doll itself, weaving a tapestry of fear around the unsuspecting child. Her parents, initially dismissing her claims as mere nightmares, soon realized the gravity of the situation. They found her curled up in fear, tears streaming down her cheeks as she recounted how Robert had moved around the room, and his gaze was following her every move with malevolent intent. With growing unease, the family decided to rid themselves of the cursed doll. Robert the Doll was banished from the house, yet his legacy of fear persisted. Hushed whispers and fearful glances accompanied his departure, as if the very air itself recoiled from his presence. As the moon cast its pale light over the artist's house, the legend of Robert the Doll continued to weave its dark tapestry of fear and mystery. Whispers of the doll's supernatural abilities echoed through the halls. Tales of its uncanny movements, shifting facial expressions, and eerie giggles that pierced the silence of the night. According to the chilling lore, a young girl of Bahamian descent gifted Otto the doll, though some whispered it was a curse disguised as a gift, a retaliation for some unseen wrongdoing. Others spoke of voodoo figurines being manipulated by Robert, a sinister puppet master aware of the secrets whispered within the walls of the house. Local folklore painted a grim picture of Robert's wrath, attributing car accidents, broken bones, job loss, and even divorce to his curse. Today, Robert resides within the dark confines of the East Martello Fort in Florida as a silent sentinel of dread. After thorough investigation, the museum managed to trace Robert's origins back to the renowned Stuyve Company, famous for creating the very first teddy bear in honor of Theodore Roosevelt. Surprisingly, Robert was likely never intended for sale as a conventional toy. A Stuyve historian revealed to the museum that Robert was most likely part of a collection crafted for a window display. Interestingly, Robert's iconic sailor suit was not originally part of the Stuyve creation. It was likely an outfit that Eugene Otto himself wore during his childhood, adding a personal touch to the doll's unique history. Nowadays, fans of Robert can purchase replicas of Robert along with books, coasters, and t-shirts adorned with his likeness. For the bravest souls, there is even an opportunity to volunteer for a night with Robert locked in after dark. However, it's not just merchandise that keeps Robert's legacy alive. Every day, he receives 1 to 3 letters from visitors. Many visitors believe that their post-visit misfortunes stem from not showing enough respect to Robert. Some seek advice, while others ask Robert to curse those who have wronged them. The museum already has received over 8,000 such letters, meticulously preserving them. Robert's influence extends beyond physical letters. He received emails and tributes too. It's become a well-known fact that Robert has a sweet tooth, prompting people to leave or mail him candy. Once a mysterious package arrived containing 8 bags of peppermints and a card, all with no return address. However, the museum exercises caution and refrains from consuming any treats sent to Robert. Visitors from across the globe flock to witness the eerie spectacle firsthand, drawn by tales of a doll possessed and the lingering aura of fear that clings to him like a shroud. Within the hallowed walls of the museum, Robert the doll lies in a glass case, a vessel for ancient malice and whispered nightmares. Yet the confines of the glass cannot contain the malevolence that seeps from his painted visage. Visitors who dare to capture his likeness on film without asking his permission find themselves attacked by unseen forces, their cameras rendered useless in the presence of his dark gaze. Some speak of electrical malfunctions and inexplicable glitches, as if Robert's curse extends beyond the physical into the very essence of technology. But it's not just the cameras that malfunction in Robert's presence. It also affects the living, breathing souls who tend to his macabre exhibit. Museum staff recount tales of Robert's gaze shifting, his expression contouring into something altogether more sinister than mere stitched cloth should allow. It's said that Robert moves within his confinement, a puppeteer of fear and unease, his eyes following each unsuspecting soul who dares to meet his gaze. Brave souls are invited to the East Martello Museum to stand before Robert in his glass prison and tempt fate with a photograph. But heed the warnings of those who have tried before, for Robert's curse knows no bounds. Perhaps if you look closely, you might catch a glimpse of him smirking in the shadows, dancing on the edge of nightmares, a testament to the horrors that lurk within the innocuous guise of a doll. The doll's story, intertwined with curses, misfortune, and the whispers of the supernatural, remains etched in the fabric of history, a tale not easily forgotten by those who dare to delve into its haunting mysteries.